partying, lavish spending, and a lot of jewelry. The life of a typical young NBA baller, but not Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Nobody gonna catch him.
Yeah, he's one of the best rookies in the league, and he's got the looks, skill, and definitely the money to live like that. But trust us, you'll be absolutely shocked to find out what his lifestyle is really like. Any doubts? Stick around as we show you how Jaime Jaquez Jr.'s lifestyle is not what you think. Jaime Jaquez Jr., or should we say, Wanwick. Star UCLA player, consensus second team All-American, 2023 Pac-12 Player of the Year, and 18th overall pick in the NBA draft. But there's more to that story than all these. Jaime was born in Irvine, California, to parents of Mexican heritage. And as much as basketball isn't the most famous sport in the land of the sun, this guy comes from a long lineage of ballers. And by long, we're talking about dating back to his grandparents. His parents, Angela and Jaime Sr., actually have their love story rooted in basketball, having met while playing college ball at Concordia University. But it all started with his paternal grandfather, Ezekiel, who migrated to Oxnard, California as a kid and began practicing basketball with a rim less than a foot wide. In the years that followed, Ezekiel got noticed widely as one of the first top Mexican-American high school players. He'd later go on to play basketball at Ventura Community College in Northern Arizona, after which he'd become a local high school coach. He actually coached the former Olympic gold medalist and former North Carolina women's basketball superstar Marion Jones. Growing up with such a family, you already know Jaime balled the hell out as a kid. In fact, when Jaime and his siblings were young, the entire family, including cousins and uncles, would gather on Friday nights to watch all their games, be it softball, volleyball, basketball, baseball, or football. Their dad, Jaime Sr., actually coached them at the AAU level. And unlike many such stories, he didn't force the game on them. In his own words, "I just wanted to make sure that they won first, and I wanted them to go through the steps." Guess that supportive coaching paid off, because fast forward to today, and Jaime Jr. and both his siblings, his younger brother Marcos and younger sister Gabriela, are superstars in their own right. Marcos is a star defensive lineman for Jaime's alma mater, Camarillo High School, while his sister is one of the best female players in UCLA. With this kind of support, Triple J was always one of the best among his peers. By the time he was in high school, he was averaging 15.3 points, 10.0 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and 2.6 steals per game. And in the next 2 years, man, this guy legit became a beast, averaging 24.1 points in his sophomore year, 31.7 points as a senior, and a crazy 54-point outing against Royal High School. He was unstoppable. Clearly, he was born to be on the hardwood. But one thing many people don't even have an idea of is that Jaquez also played on his high school baseball team as a pitcher. By the end of his junior year, he'd gotten a scholarship offer to UCLA, and despite interest from other schools, he remained committed to playing in California. Ask any real UCLA fan, and they'll tell you the story of Jaime Jaquez Jr., and the school is one for the history books. Honorable mention for the Pac-12 All-Freshman team, scoring 25 points on his 20th birthday and getting second team All-Pac-12 and Pac-12 All-Defensive Team selections in his sophomore year. An ankle injury kept him out for most of his junior year. But when he got back on the floor, he was ready to go. After a record-breaking senior year in which he averaged 17.8 points and 8.2 rebounds and was named a consensus second-team All-American, the Lute Olson Award College Player of the Year award, and got voted the Pac-12 Player of the Year, he declared for the 2023 NBA draft. By the end of his time at UCLA, Jaquez was ranked 8th in UCLA history in career scoring, career steals, and 9th in total games played. Jaime got drafted by the Miami Heat with the 18th overall pick, made his first career start in October 2023 after a minor injury setback, and the rest is pretty much history, still getting written. In 49 regular season games, he's averaged 12.9 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 2.6 assists, which has earned him consecutive Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month awards. Achieving all these as a rookie with the Heat not having their best season and sitting at 7th in the Eastern Conference just tells you all you need to know about Jaime Jaquez Jr. as a player. But how about when he's off the court? What's this dude all about? Well, first, he's rich. Dude is currently on a 4-year deal with the Heat worth about $17 million guaranteed, with an annual average salary of $4,249,285 and $7,196,400 guaranteed at signing. But hey, that's not where all his money comes from, not without mentioning his endorsement deals. And to keep it real for you, Triple J's endorsement portfolio is more impressive than virtually any rookie in the league right now. Companies like 100 Coconuts, Dick's Sporting Goods, Urban Outfitters, Buddy Bet, Dollar Shave Club, Audible, Casper, Bose, Built Bar, WhatsApp, Fortnite, Wakia, Quizlet, all have him signed on some pretty lucrative sponsorship deals. And there's more. Jaime is also one of the recent NBA stars signed to the Jordan brand, alongside the likes of Jet Howard, Cam Whitmore, and Marcus Sasser. It's a big deal to get signed by Jordan, and Jaime wasn't afraid to express his excitement about it. Jordan Brand is so much bigger than basketball, and that's what I love so much about it and being part of it. I'm proud to say I'm now part of a brand that has impacted people from all walks of life, from music to soccer to baseball to football and more. You know, that's right, Wanwick. Still on the topic of endorsements, Jaime Jaquez Jr. has also been signed with the fast-growing Mexican cuisine concept Tocaya Modern Mexican, alongside his sister Gabriela, since his college days. The Tocaya Kitchen even gave the brother-sister duo their own dish, called the Jaquez Bowl. The Jaquezes were signed as the brand's first NIL partnership, and have remained heavily in promoting the cuisine that serves their native Mexican dishes. And speaking of dishes, despite being born and raised in the US, Jaime is a big fan of his native dishes. For years, he's made sure to be part of his Grandma Gloria's large Sunday family meal. Other than that, Triple J is kind of a foodie and has wasted no time in exploring Miami's rich cuisine. Talking about the feeding experience in his new city, Jaime said, "Oh man, I will say this, the food is blowing me away since I've been here. It's incredible. I've never eaten so much fish in my life. The sushi here is incredible." He also mentioned that he has lunch at his favorite spots, like La Sandwicherie and Casa Tua, while dinner is at a restaurant called Gecko or Swan. Clearly, our guy is very particular about what and where he eats. And that's because he has to remain in shape. Speaking of which, Jaime actually suffered a shoulder injury earlier this season. The injury cut short his summer league campaign during the offseason, but he immediately resumed to the Heat facility to work out and get back to his best. And in his own words, he's probably in the best shape of his life right now. And get this, the amount of time he spends in the gym is a secret for him to stay consistent in weight fluctuation. In the last few months since joining the Heat, Triple J has focused on gaining weight and cutting down body fat by doing a lot of weightlifting and working with Miami's strength team and trainers. According to him, they're happy with his progress, having gone from about 8% body fat to about 6% in just a few months. So, he loves to eat good food and go to the gym. What else does this guy get up to? Particularly with all that salary and endorsement money he has? Well, in simple answers, definitely not spending money. Sure, since moving to Miami, he's gotten an apartment, but it's nothing fancy like NBA players usually get. Explaining why he hasn't gone all out on any property or flashy stuff, Jaime said, "I've just been busy trying to grow my brand, not just as a basketball player, but in business ventures as well. I'm trying to create generational wealth with the opportunity that I have." Now that's the spirit. Him being conservative in his spending doesn't mean, however, that Jaime doesn't help those in need. Far from it. Still recently, in January 2024, Jaime held a unique fundraising event for his family's namesake endowment fund. This event was aimed to raise money to provide financial support for incoming freshmen and transfer students at UCLA. His sister joined him at the fundraiser, and together they raised nearly $35,000. The fund is called the Jaquez Family Scholarship Fund Honors, and was launched by the UCLA Latino Alumni Association and the UCLA Alumni Association. Last year, the two associations raised over $100,000 to endow the scholarship fund and won't be stopping the good work anytime soon. Pretty cool, huh? The fund just shows how family-oriented the Jaquezes are. And let's keep it real. Our boy Jaime is actually really obsessed with his family. Having grown up with a large family around him, Jaime has repeatedly talked about the advantage of always having family at his games. One time, he said, "When I was really young, I just thought everyone comes to your games and supports you. But then as I got older, I realized that's not the case for everybody, and I started to appreciate it a lot more." In this spirit, Jaime Jr. and his sister Gabriela often return to their alma mater, Camarillo High School. If you haven't figured it out yet, Triple J and his sister spend a whole lot of time together. Being the big brother he is, he often tries to encourage and help his sister improve on her game. Not that she's struggling or anything though. Hell, she shared MVP honors at the 2022 McDonald's All-American Girls Game coming into college. Jaime just makes sure to be the supportive brother by giving her words of encouragement during hard times. And guess what? Gabriela is there for it. In fact, she's spoken about how she loves people constantly describing her as Jaime Jaquez's baby sister because she feels it gives the family an edge and a cool dynamic. As much as Jaime doesn't have much of a public life yet though, pictures surfaced of him attending famous rapper Offset's 32nd birthday party sometime in December 2023. The party was attended by a number of notable guests, such as producer Southside, Justin Combs, Ari Fletcher, and Heat center Thomas Bryant. But what fans noticed the most was the gorgeous lady Triple J was spotted with. This raised the question of his relationship status. which he decided to keep private. The one girlfriend he was known to have is Sierra Muscarella, whom he began dating way back in 2016. Yeah, really long ago. Sierra used to post pictures of the couple together on her Instagram account, including the couple going to prom together at Camarillo, and the times they'd traveled together. Sierra is also a pretty impressive track and field athlete, by the way. Back in their high school days, she placed 5th at the CIF Southern Section Division I Final, and was a finalist at the Master Championship. She also won the 2019 Coastal Canyon League Championship and boasts Camarillo's women's pole vault record at 11:06 flat. She went on to enroll at California State University Long Beach as a business major and has competed in a number of events for her college. However, we've got to mention that recently she's taken down most of her Instagram pictures with Jaime in them, which might mean they're no longer together. And Jaime's new girlfriend is the chick he attended that party with recently. Dude hasn't given much info on all these yet, but when he does, we'll be there to keep you in the loop on all that and more. Enjoying the vibe? Join the tribe. Oh, and while I have your attention, here's another video I thought you might enjoy.
Closeout, you attack. If you're late in rotation, that happens.
Lob!
There are a couple of things you can tell about Chet Holmgren just from seeing him on the TV. He's freaking tall, incredibly charismatic, and he's one hell of a baller. Other than that, you can only assume what his life off the court is like. But just so you know, it's nothing you'd expect. Oh yeah, Chet Holmgren's lifestyle is a whole lot different from what you think. So stick around to find out what he actually gets up to when he's not hopping. In the modern day NBA, very few players play the game with as much flair and completeness as Chet. Whether in defense or on the offense, this dude is way more complete than most of his peers. And the secret to that lies in his early days. Before he came out with one of the most epic summer league debuts ever, Chet had a pretty standard basketball journey. He's born on May 1st, 2002, right in the heart of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Full-time Gen Z kid, for sure. Being born to David Holmgren and Sarah Harris, it's no surprise he's as tall as he is. After all, his dad David Holmgren is 7 feet tall, and he was pretty much a basketball powerhouse himself during his days. Oh yeah, Chet's father played college basketball for the University of Minnesota from 1984 to 1988. So you see, Chet has always been about basketball. Dude literally grew up playing basketball under the guidance of his father and his 2 sisters. His basketball journey didn't start to take shape until he was 11 years old though, in 6th grade when he began attending Minnehaha Academy, a Christian private school in Minneapolis. It was here that he started honing his skills on the court and showing traits of something special. It may sound wild, but at that young age, Chet was already standing tall at 6'2". And a random fun fact, he was teammates with Jalen Suggs back then. Yup, the same Orlando Magic 2021 5th overall pick point guard, Jalen Suggs. Together, the two developed into some of the top players in their class. And despite the challenges, like Chet breaking his right wrist during his very first season, he didn't let that slow him down. This dude somehow found a silver lining and used this time to sharpen his shooting skills. Fast forward to 9th grade, Chet was already 6'9". By his freshman year in Minnehaha Academy, Holmgren put up solid numbers, averaging 6.2 points and 3 rebounds per game. And the cherry on top is that his team won their 2nd consecutive Class 2A state championship. But that was only the start. Dude kept on getting better at an exponential rate and began attracting attention of the top D1 schools in the nation. When he eventually caught the nation's eye was in August 2019, when he crossed over none other than Steph Curry at Curry's own SC30 Select Camp. How about that for making a name for yourself? Before we continue with the video, I need your help. It won't cost you a thing and is as simple as one click, yet it will go a long way to ensuring that we can keep creating bigger and better videos for you. So please, click that subscribe button. As the years passed, Holmgren racked up a number of all-time games that kept the spotlight on him, like tearing up a Sierra Canyon team that had the likes of Bronny James, Brandy Boston Jr., and Zaire Williams on it in January 2020. By his final year of high school, dude was averaging a whopping 21 points and snagging 12.3 rebounds per game. He also led his team to what would be his 4th championship title in Minnehaha. With such a record, it really wasn't a surprise when he already had about 30 scholarship offers from college basketball programs in his junior year. Eventually, in April 2021, he announced he was going to play college ball for Gonzaga along Jalen Suggs. After an insane freshman season, Chet decided it was time to play with the big boys, and he declared for the 2022 NBA draft. From there, you know the rest. He got selected by the Oklahoma City Thunder as the second overall pick and had a summer league debut for the ages, only to get a Lisfranc injury that sidelined him for the entire 2022-23 NBA season. But now, in his rookie season, Chet just might have become even better than before the injury. 11 points and 4 rebounds in his debut against the Bulls, 16 points, 13 rebounds, and a whopping 7 blocks against the Cavaliers just 2 days later. He really took the league by storm, and he hasn't stopped yet. I mean, the dude is definitely giving Victor Wembanyama a run for his money in that Rookie of the Year race. And if he does get to win the award by the end of the regular season, it'd make Holmgren the first rookie since Blake Griffin to be Rookie of the Year after sitting out their first season. Not a bad company to be in, don't you think? And while we're on it, it might interest you to know that Chet is also up there in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. Oh yeah, you heard that right. No rookie has ever achieved this feat before, but he's got a serious shot at it if you ask us. We mean averaging 2.6 blocks per game, ranking in the top 10 for literally every defensive stats category. He's currently the second most likely candidate after Rudy Gobert, based on a number of different analyses. And you already know the NBA. The big players get paid big, and Chet Holmgren is not an exception. All that recognition is doing pretty great for his bank account. Take a look at his rookie deal with the Oklahoma City Thunder, for example. This deal is no joke, as it's worth a jaw-dropping $44.9 million, guaranteeing some serious financial stability for Chet. The deal is fully guaranteed, showing just how much faith the team has in his skills and potential. And under this contract, Chet's set to rake in an average annual salary of $11.2 million, putting him right up there among the top paid rookies in NBA history. Talk about balling out from the get-go. On top of all the financial perks of being a star NBA player, Chet is also making a ton of cash in the world of endorsements and sponsorships. With his great skills and, let's be real, undeniable market appeal, he's caught the eye of several big-name brands, scoring some major endorsement deals along the way. These partnerships have not only boosted Chet's net worth, but have also solidified his financial footing even further. He's got very lucrative endorsement deals with brands like shaving products company Philips Norelco, data analytics and software firm Athika, smartphone brand Google Pixel, and designer brand Neiman Marcus. Interestingly, these deals have been coming in since during his school days. You heard that right. Chet was already making waves in the endorsement game. He scored a major deal with Topps, which was the largest name, image, and likeness deal in basketball at the time. Before we continue, did you know our purpose at Sportivations is to create valuable and exciting content? But we can't do it without you. Your support will go a long way in allowing me and my team to achieve our goals, so make sure you subscribe. Chet also has a pretty cool endorsement deal with Nike since October 2022, just after getting drafted into the league. He got this deal with 13 other rookies that year, but given how Chet's first active season has turned out, it'll only be a matter of time before he gets his own signature Nike sneakers. So what does he do with all this money he's making then? We mean, all play and no spending isn't exactly an NBA superstar lifestyle. But again, we've already told you Chet's lifestyle isn't what you think. So don't be too surprised to hear he doesn't actually spend like his peers. He hasn't gotten a mansion like a typical NBA player. He hasn't gone on any massive spending spree or gone partying. Nah. The only thing we can actually point out that he has spent on since getting into the league is a brand new Audi RS7. And let's just say it, if getting one car is all you want to do, then this ride is the right choice. Frameless doors, A7 range, Alcantara steering wheel, a set of 22-inch gloss black 5 V-spoke wheels, equipped with the carmaker's black optic package and boasting a twin turbocharged V8 engine that produces 591 horsepower and 590 pound-feet, which goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds. And it costs Chet well over $120,000. What can we say? Dude knows his cars. Other than this, Chet Holmgren has kept his head down and focused on his game, particularly being aware that getting injured in his first season means he has some catching up to do. Speaking of his injury, Chet had to undergo foot surgery for it weeks after, but as soon as the surgery was done, this kid got into the gym and he stayed there. His recovery routine after the injury was to lift weights for upper body strength and practice his shooting without putting weight on the injured foot. Chet also made sure to be at the OKC training facility from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day, cheering on his teammates despite not being able to take part in general training. He spent this time evaluating from the sideline and studying how the team he'd soon play on worked. This attitude to learn and get better is one of the things that gives him an advantage over most of his peers. Speaking about the experience of being sidelined back then, he said, "It's great to be able to learn and get better in any capacity that I can. I'm trying to soak up the knowledge of how things are done around here, so when I get back in there, I can seamlessly plug myself in. Fast forward to today, and we can definitely see all that work paying off. One of the few flaws that can be found about this dude is that he's really skinny and doesn't have the physicality of most NBA players. But here's a little surprise for you though. In an interview with Jenny Fisher after getting drafted, Chet was asked about the one thing that everyone should know about him. And guess what? His response was that he lifts a lot of weight and actually eats a lot. That means that his being skinny has nothing to do with his diet. Following up on that fact, after Holmgren's OKC faced Nikola Jokic's Denver Nuggets in late 2023, the European superstar made a comment that Chet needed to get a little bit fatter. His response? It's hard to get fatter when you're not fat. Gotta start somewhere, I guess. Simple and sweet. That pretty much sums up Chet's entire life. His personal life is something he's pretty tight-lipped about, and details about his family background and relationships remain under wraps. Instead, he focuses his energy on his basketball career and giving back through philanthropic efforts, like when he donated nearly 200 coats to some families in need in his home city of Minnesota after a fire in December 2022. Perhaps he's still getting used to the spotlight, or maybe that's just how it is. Whatever the case, we'll be keeping a close eye on him to find out. Oh, and in case you missed our hot video about Victor Wembanyama, here it is for ya.